What's up, guys? Welcome to the Art of Abundance. Peter O'Neill, Delara, and since we've been making videos about relationship, we've been getting asked a lot of questions from various people. We're not gonna name the people, but we want to start answering the questions that they've been asking us. And what was the question of the week?
Okay, so this week we got a question, and I think this is a really good one to share because I think this is like an extremely common occurrence today that you can encounter when you're dating. You're trying to find someone, you're dating lots of people, maybe you've been through some relationships and you're just tired of it and you want something like real. So, he asked, why do people seem to flee relationships as soon as the emotions run out, regardless of verbal commitments and intimacy? That's happened to me 3 times, and it seems to be a growing trend amongst friends. Keep in mind, I usually date older. Now, I think that's an amazing topic, first of all, so thank you for that question. Second of all, I wanted to know what he meant by emotions. So I explained to him what I thought he meant, and he agreed with me. It's really the excitement you feel at the beginning of a relationship. It's wanting to always please that other person. You're extremely attracted to them. You want to be with them all the time. Everything seems like a roller coaster. It's fun. It's like exhilarating. You're finding out new things. And how come if that dies down a little, people are just like ready to leave? So, first of all, the way we grow up, when we watch movies, we see what's in the media, we see what's on magazines, we look at celebrities. I think we get this idea that if you're not very excited and extremely passionate 24/7, that there's something wrong. But that's not the case, because if you're going to be in a long-term relationship, it's not always going to be perfect. You're not always going to be over the moon about them. There's going to be times where you're tired, you're exhausted, you're annoyed, something happens, you guys have a fight, you're realizing things about each other, and when you realize out more things, there's going to be some things that you don't agree with, or the other person will have flaws. So first of all, I think that's a belief we have that needs to be changed. You have to have a different outlook, correct?
For sure. But the reason why I believe that, to answer this problem, is because it's like, just like the question that he asked, I feel like a lot of people that I know are in the same boat. And the reason why is because they don't have this true sense of connection. Like, is your relationship can you honestly like say from your heart that it's like really deep, or is it just a relationship, right?
Is this the love of your life that you never knew you would have this connection with?
Like, do you guys have the same values? Do you guys have the same outlook on life? Do you guys communicate about the things that you like, about the things that you don't like, about the things that you like that she doesn't know that I like? So then she's gonna try it out because she wants to see, like, she just loves me. So, and she's gonna try new things out, and that's, you guys are gonna explore. It's always gonna be exciting. The passion's gonna always be translated with the intimacy, right?
Yeah, and then the intimacy part is getting really close, like best friends, so that when you're 90 years old, you love each other so much still. And I think that closeness just breeds excitement if it's both progressing you forward. And I think out of like that strong connection that you might find with someone, because you're not going to just be finding this dating around. You can't just have that connection with everybody.
Yeah, because if you're going to the wrong places, you're going to constantly be attracting the wrong type of people.
Yeah.
And you're going to have the same exact results in a way.
Yes, but I think out of that initial, after that initial excitement passes, if you don't have a goal together, if you don't have a plan together for the future to move forward, or the same kind of values, what you envision your life to be, why would it be exciting? Why would it be exciting? You're just like, okay, I have no use for this person anymore. I know that sounds really harsh, but I think that's kind of what happens with people. It's like, well, are we going to be part of each other's life? I don't know. Do we have the same values? I don't know. Do we want to share in something and build something together, build a life together? I don't know.
Can we see each other in the future? Can we see each other in 10 years? Can we see each other in 20 years?
And if you can't, why would you keep having excitement? Kind of would burn out, right? Naturally.
But here's the thing. I feel like it's different with guys and with women. With guys, they mistake the sex for it just always being good, and it's like they can't really see through that. As opposed to the women, they see more of it like, are we really connecting? Is there more to it than just having sex?
Yeah, and of course guys can see that too, but maybe at a different stage in their life. But I think girls from a younger age are kind of looking for more than just a checklist. They're looking for, what are they going to get out of the relationship? Is this person going to be here to support me? Are they going to bring value into my life? Do I see myself with them in the future? Do we have the same vision that it's going to carry us through the hard times? When things get tough, when we get old, when someone gets sick, when you don't have money, when someone's family member passes away, do we have the same goals and values and ability to rely on each other that's going to push us through? And if in the beginning stages or kind of the middle stages of a relationship, you start figuring out that you don't share those things with each other, I think that's when things start to break apart. So it might not only be excitement, because you're not going to have burning excitement 24/7, but when you incorporate all the other things that you you love so much about this person and appreciate, the excitement stays there.
Yeah.
It's not going to be exactly the same, but it stays. It's preserved.
Yeah, that was a very solid point that you just had. But I think also that when you start to date someone, there's, out of the two people, there's always one person that's kind of just gets complacent, right? That just kind of like, he's in a relationship and now he kind of just lays back and just kind of chills. And especially if you don't have a sense of purpose in life, like some kind of meaning of what you want to do, have things that you want to like strive for, and you're striving for every single day, and even though they might be little, you're still going for them. If you don't necessarily have that, and then you just get kind of lazy, you're like, man, I have a girlfriend, I'm not gonna work out, I'm just gonna eat ice cream. Like, we're having sex, that's all that matters. Of course, it's gonna be a lot easier for the other person to start to lose attraction for that person, because they're gonna be like, man, who was this person when I first met him, when it was all excited, when I didn't really know who this person was, because it was mysterious, right? But then now I'm kind of figuring out who the person is. He's kind of lazy, he doesn't like making his bed, you know. You know, like little things like that just like piss you off. And
yeah, but the little things that piss you off, if you have like that goal together, that drive, then those little things don't really bother you.
Yeah, like the true connection, that's what she's talking about. You guys are both on the same page, you guys are communicating the things that you like, the things that she doesn't like. You constantly just keep knowing the person, and you start to fall in love every single time. It's an endless cycle.
And on that, people aren't attracted to someone that needs them all the time. Now, what I mean by that is, when you meet someone, and this goes for men and women, but I think, you know, maybe women think about this a little bit more. If you meet a guy and it seems like he can't take care of himself, he always needs like someone to help him out, or it doesn't seem like he doesn't have the drive to just push through life, get over it, make it happen. A lot of girls get turned off by that. I think it's just kind of natural and like ingrained in human beings, because you want someone that if something happens, he's gonna get his shit together, right? But I think now a lot of guys see that in girls too. A lot of guys like independent and confident girls nowadays. So, and if you see like, oh my God, she's just like completely helpless and she can't do anything for herself, she doesn't want anything out of life, she just like wants to sit at home while I go to work, there are a lot of guys, I think, that get turned off by that too, even if they don't realize it. Those things just kind of make you feel bored, make you feel like, oh God, this person just needs me. It makes love feel like a chore, like you have to do it, and it's not fun anymore. They do research on this in a different setting, but when you start over rewarding someone for doing a task that they loved, they actually start not enjoying it because they feel like it's a chore. They feel like, oh, they just like need me to do this. I'm just like, I have to do this. So then like the thing they love, they don't love it anymore. And I think when you fall in love with someone and then you start feeling like, oh, I just like have to like be with them, it's not exciting and you don't want to do it. When you see someone in their own space doing what they love, it's extremely attractive. And for people that have been together a long time, it can just bring that excitement back.
Yeah. And I feel like it goes back into just being complacent. Oh, I'm in a relationship. I was going to the gym about 4 or 5 times a week. Now I'm in a relationship. Now I can go maybe once a week. I'm kind of just letting myself go. Anytime that I have free time, leisure time, instead of working on my purpose, I need you. I need you just to be with you 24/7. Yes, I want to be with her, but I want to be with her when I finish all my other tasks in life, because then I can truly be there in the moment to really give her my whole heart and soul, right? But if I'm always there just feeling kind of empty because of my purpose in life I don't really have, and I just always constantly need the woman, then eventually I will become the woman. That's why for a man, he must have his purpose in life for any relationship
and same for
happens.
Girls though, because you don't want to end up in a situation where you're relying on a man to bring you happiness, comfort, safety, stability, money, blah blah blah. Then you have 4 kids, you lose yourself, you're a soccer mom and you don't know what to do with your life. You're bored, you're unhappy, you're like, why am I even with this guy? It goes both ways. You just, when you have something you're striving for yourself, it benefits the relationship mutually.
You guys are both striving for something else. It might not be the same exact thing, but yet at the end of the day, during the day, you guys can be telling each other about that. You guys can be helping each other about that. You guys can be on each other's team.
And think about when you were single, or if you're single now, when you see someone, what is it that really attracts you to people? It's when you see them as their own person. You see them as their own independent person. You're looking at what they're doing, and you're like, wow, that's really cool. Like, they have their own thing going. I'm intrigued. I want to know more about them. What do they believe? What do they want out of life? What are their thoughts and values? You know, besides being physically attracted to somebody, that's what you're thinking. So if you can keep that up for the long term by keep pursuing, keep doing your own thing, that will keep the other person interested and attracted to you. Desire is not just like a physical thing, it's also a mental thing, but they're both intertwined. You have to be attracted to the person and interested in them for the relationship to last. People let themselves go with their body, but they also let themselves go with their goals in life.
That's true. If one person is not growing, there's gonna be one person that's gonna become unattracted to that person, because they're gonna be like, what is she doing? Like, I'm over here like I want more out of life, and this person is just being there. Like, they're gonna want excitement in other areas of life, and that's what, like, to answer that question, she's gonna be like, man, this guy is like, I don't know, like, we don't really have a sense of deep connection. I don't really know what he wants out of life. Yes, the sex is there, but it's more than just sex, right? And then she's gonna think there's more options, so then therefore she's gonna want to go with someone else that can kind of fulfill that, right? And that's what happens a lot in men or women, but especially for men, that's how I see it. Like, you have to like have a mission, fulfill that mission. If you're not fulfilling, the girl's gonna be like, what the heck? What are you doing with your life? You know? No girl ever said, man, I love that guy for him just being so sexy on that couch. No one has ever said that. So you got to work on yourself.
Yeah, I mean, don't just think because you're handsome and maybe you have something good going right now, that, or you have money, that doesn't mean this girl's gonna like just be madly obsessed with you forever, or just because you're a nice guy, you know, like that's not what keeps someone interested in you. And I know maybe it's like, but if I'm a nice person and like I can provide for them, how come someone wouldn't be interested in me? But we just get bored. That's how we work, and so it has to be more than that, unfortunately.
Yeah. And you can't rush it either. You can't just say like, oh, I want to get married. Like I need to find my wife right now, because I feel like a lot of people when they get older, like he's saying that now, like I prefer to date older women. Well, the older women are already thinking about those things. They can kind of like picture them like, am I gonna be with this guy forever? Am I gonna can I see myself with this guy, or is this guy just right there this whole time? Is he really like actually like rising, or is he just plateauing? And if you're kind of just here, not really going anywhere, then for her to see that, she's gonna want to look elsewhere. It's gonna be easy.
You know, women have a time clock, so if they're in their mid-30s, they should have already started having babies. By the time you're 36, you're at risk for your child having Down syndrome. So women are thinking about it a little more seriously years and years before guys are. And so I think if someone's dating a little bit older, if a guy's dating a little bit older, he has to be aware of that. Maybe these women want to just have fun. There's a lot of women that want to have fun with a younger guy because there's no pressure. They don't have to be attached because they're thinking in their mind, well, I'm not actually going to stay with him because he's younger than me and he's not going to be able to provide for me. And that's just the truth. It's just fun. It's a younger guy with more energy than the guy that's a few years older than them. So I would say to anyone in that situation to beware of that and don't let yourself be used just for being a fun, young, horny guy, you know? But yeah, and if you have your own path, your own goals for your life, the right person will come along when it's supposed to happen. And I think when you're fully living in your independence, you'd be surprised at the kind of people you attract, because people can see when you're driven, when you're excited about what you're doing, and the right people will be attracted to you.
It's true. Now this was pretty fun. This is kind of different, right? We're just answering questions.
I really like answering questions because I think it's easier to talk about something that someone wants to know because it's much more specific. So if you guys have more questions, definitely just DM us. You can leave it in the comments. We can just leave it anonymous if you want, or we can mention you. But it's really fun, and we'd like to hear more questions. And if you have a question you're shy about, don't worry, because there's probably 15 other people with the same exact question that are too afraid to ask.
That's true. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Pete O'Neill, Delara, we love you guys. Keep growing.